Then in puzzles, most of the aspirants or your competitors will solve all the questions. Okay, in puzzles again, it is up to the imagination of the examiner to give any puzzle. So out of nowhere, we can create the puzzles. You think of a situation, you can create a puzzle. You think of a moment, you can create a puzzle. You just sit normally, try to brainstorm something, you will get a puzzle. So like that, there is no end for the puzzles. There can be n number of puzzles, there can be n types of puzzles also. But when we are studying for a particular exam, we categorize these puzzles into different types. So first one is the tabular format. First one is a tabular or tabulation. In this one, what do? You make a chart. So they will give you details of some person. Okay, one person, maybe his place, or maybe his choice of subject, maybe his choice of like car, maybe his like choice of dish, or maybe his traveling or his travel history from this city to that city. So they will give something. In such things, what do? You will put the person's name A, B, C, D, and you will create so many number of columns as per the requirement. So maybe it is with respect to the place of a person. Maybe this is a subject of a person. Maybe the type of car that person has. So like this, you will go on filling these aspects. But when they give the details of these persons, trust me, they will not give all the details here. They will not give all the details. So if you make a box for all these things, some boxes will be filled and some boxes will be left unfilled. You should not worry about those things, because from the given information, you cannot fill all the cells. Few are left unfilled. You don't have to worry about that one. Depending upon the question, you have to look into the situation and solve the question. Okay, but in the starting, if you make the boxes for all these things and if you think that you have to fill each and every box, then you are fixed. Okay, you have to come out of that one. Wherever they have given the details, tick only those things and leave the things which are not given. Okay, there, depending upon the question, you can depending upon the situation, you can do. So this is one type of, tabulation, very famous, very popular. You may get such questions. Second thing is the relative. Relative means you are comparing one to another. Maybe A is more heavier than B. A is taller than C. Or like A is more sharper than C. Or A has scored more marks than D. Like that, they will try to relate. So in such cases, what do you do? You will try to create the relation between maybe like A is greater than D. Or D is smaller than C. Or B greater than C. Like this, you will construct with respect to ascending order or descending order. It is up to you. But from this, when we are constructing a bigger diagram, when we are connecting all of them, then we will try to make one meaningful diagram where we have the relation between maximum number of people. For example, here A is greater than D, but D is smaller than C. How do you write it? You cannot write like this here. Try to use only one symbol, either increasing or either larger than or smaller than. Then that will be very easy for conclusion. So here A is greater than D. So D is smaller than C means C is greater than D. Here B is greater than C. So you can conclude like this. B is greater than C is greater than D. Yes? Then A is greater than D. But the relation between A, B, C, you don't know. Relation between A and B, you know. You don't know. Relation between A and C, you don't know. Relation between B and C, you know. But one thing for sure, B is greater than D, C is greater than D, A is also greater than D. D is the smallest. This is what the conclusion that we can draw. Getting my point? So in relative, we have to go on arranging like increasing order or decreasing order, like larger than or smaller than with those symbols. We have to go on like writing individual information, then try to club the information, try to create the meaningful relation between all those entities. But when you can't create meaningful relation between all the entities, then you have to take them separately and make sense. This also like very easy thing. But you should not take the things for granted. As I have mentioned in logical reasoning, you should not take the things for granted. Okay, it is up to like, I mean, you have to create all the options that is possible. All the options that are possible. Then you have to have the individual diagrams. Then only you have to go ahead. Okay, this is with respect to the relative. Next one is the sequential. In sequential puzzles, like there is some order. Like there are some things to be done and they are done in order. Maybe like 5 days in a week, Monday to Friday. Okay, there is, let's say, a class, and these classes are handled by different teachers. Okay, Monday to Friday, 5 teachers are engaging. First teacher will take this subject. Third teacher will take this subject. Like that, what you are doing, you are creating a sequence. Let's say here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You are trying to make a table for this one. And this is sequential. This is with respect to number of days in a week. Within a day, again, you can make. There are 5 clinics and a doctor visits each clinic once in a day. Okay. His first clinic to be visited is, let's say, A. His last clinic to be visited is C. Before he goes to C, he will finish off what? 2 other clinics. Yeah. After lunch break. So maybe this is lunch break. So like this, what do we do? Either as per the given days or as per the given time in a day, we'll try to arrange those processes or arrange those works. Okay. So this is in sequential. Sequential means one after another. That is how we are going to arrange. Here relative. Here either with the greater sign or the smaller sign, like we are going to arrange them. In tabulation, direct make a table and try to arrange. Okay, fine. So only these things are there. That means like the number of problems that you can create is not limited. But when we look into our examinations, if we solve enough number of examples in these 3 categories, like that is enough for us. Okay, fine. We'll look into a few questions. Yeah, because in theory, there is nothing. Okay, I can explain you the theory for another 2 hours also. But simply, what I'll do, take this one, write aram se, waste your time, my time, okay, universe time. Okay, let us not do that. Directly jump into the problems. Because logical reasoning, like even if I don't teach to you, you will solve these questions in the examination. Because they are not tough to imagine. But there are some intricacies. Intricacies in the sense, there are certain methods that I'll be teaching. For example, in seating arrangements, I told you, position is important and the next thing is direction. While we are writing the individual diagrams, like how we have to create all the options. And when there is a common connect, try to club them. In circular arrangement, the first person is allowed to sit like anywhere. Like he is free to sit anywhere. Like that, small intricacies will be there. That I'll be telling then and there only. Okay, we'll see the problems. No issues, no? Okay, no? Had a good break or not? In a group of six women, there are 4 tennis players. In group of 6, 4 are tennis players, 4 postgraduates in sociology, and 1 graduate in commerce, and 3 bank employees. Then you will see 4 plus 4 plus 1 plus 3. So 12 are there, but only 6. Those 6 can have different achievements, no? Or they can be put in different categories. And some people will be put in more than 2 or 3 categories. Possible, right? Yes or no? They are not mutually exclusive. Okay. So what all they have given? Tennis players, postgraduates, commerce, and 3 bank employees. Okay, so we'll take names here. And second, with respect to PG. Then next thing, it is with respect to employment. And next thing, it is with respect to sports. While Amala and Komala are unemployed. Very good. So they must be UPSC aspirants. Amala and Komala, no employment. Yes. Komala and Nirmala are among tennis players. Komala is already here. Don't write Komala again. They are tennis players. So with respect to sports, they are tennis players. Amala, Kamala, Komala and Nirmala. Wow. Very good. So now only Kamala I have to write. All these are postgraduates. Amala, Kamala, Komala and Nirmala. So these are what? Postgraduates. That too in sociology. All these are socio only. Okay, let us keep like that. And postgraduate, of whom 2 are bank employees. Already these are unemployed. So these are associated with bank. Then, if Shamla, okay, one more person. Shamala is a postgraduate in commerce. Okay, postgraduate, but in commerce. All these are in sociology. Who among the following is a tennis player and a bank employee? Yeah? So for this much, we had to struggle this much. Okay. Then, see, that is how you have to gauge how much time it would take, how many questions are attached. If you don't like, do it in the start. If you feel like you are wasting time, then your panic button will be pressed. Okay. When it is inevitable to solve this problem, you come back and solve. Then you will feel like anyways, like now the time is not so important. For me, the marks are important because I have to hit more than 50. So that is how we will gauge. Done. Very simple problem. Correct? No? Next. In a school, there are 5 teachers, A, B, C, D and E. A and B teach Hindi and English. A and B teach Hindi and English. So what does that mean? A Hindi, B English? Or B Hindi, A English? Yeah? A Hindi and B English. Both can teach both subjects. If they had given respectively here, then A would teach Hindi, B would teach English. Respectively, very important word I am telling you. So A will teach both Hindi, or I'll just put a right mark here. Here Hindi, here English. So both will teach both the subjects. C and B teach English and geography. B is already here. So C and B will teach English and geography. Then D and A teach mathematics and Hindi. Correct? D and A, mathematics and Hindi. E and B teach history. E and B teach history. So for history, I am putting HS because already for Hindi we have put H. Okay. French. Who? E and B. Done? Who teaches maximum number of subjects? B, no? 5 subjects. Yes? Except maths there also. Done? Next. Very big problem. If it is not visible from there, try to read your own question paper. Online people, please read the handouts. A, B, C, D, E, F, G are lecturers from different cities. Hyderabad, Delhi, Shillong, Kanpur, Chennai, Mumbai, Srinagar, not necessarily in the same order, who participated in a conference. Each one of them specialized in different subjects: economy, commerce, history, sociology, geography, mathematics, and statistics. Not necessarily in that order. Now, this is a problem of tabulation. Problem of tabulation. So, how many? A, B, C, D, E. F, G. Okay, 7. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And first they will give their cities and then their subjects. Okay. Lecturer from Kanpur is specialized in geography. I don't know. Like where, Kanpur, geography, which person, not yet known. Lecturer D is from Shillong. Lecturer D is from Shillong. Lecturer C is from Delhi and is specialized in sociology. Lecturer B is specialized in neither history nor mathematics. So, while you are creating the table, also create a table for some exceptions where like people don't do something. Okay. So that also become a qualification. Okay. So here lecturer B specialized in neither history nor mathematics. So this person neither history nor mathematics. Who? Person B. Lecturer A, who is specialized in economics, does not belong to Hyderabad. He does not belong to Hyderabad. Lecturer F, who is specialized in commerce, belongs to Srinagar. Lecturer G, who is specialized in statistics, is from Chennai. Now we are left with E and B completely. E and B completely. See, if this person doesn't take history and maths, these subjects have to go to either D or E. Yes, he doesn't like history or maths. So what is left for B now among the subjects? Economy is done, commerce is done, history he cannot take, sociology is done, geography. So for B it is geography. And B is from Kanpur. B is from Kanpur. It is not Kanapur, okay? It is Kanpur. It is a district in Uttar Pradesh. There are many Kanpurs. Kanapurs are many. Every 30-40 kilometers you will see one Kanapur. Okay? So this is Kanpur. Very important from historical perspective and the present politics also. Yeah, even with respect to some of the small scale industries. Kanpur is very important. Then, who is left now? A is left, E is completely left. So, A cannot be from Hyderabad. E will be from Hyderabad. And which city is left here? Mumbai is left. Two subjects, history or maths here. Can you do something for this? No. History or maths, we'll keep them open. We'll keep them open. Now solve the question. Who specialized in geography? B. To which city does the lecturer specialized in economics belong? Who of the following belongs to Hyderabad? Done? No need to know these at all. So don't cry in the examination. Okay, I need these. Okay, without that also the problems can be solved. Done? Looks very big, but very easy. Yep. BMT or KHD are traveling in a train compartment with a 3-tier sleeper berth. Have traveled through train at least once? Who is that unfortunate person who has not taken that beautiful smell in the train? Now even the train is getting reduced because of the what? Bio toilets. Yeah. So usually in the trains, especially in 3-tier. 3-tier means 3-leveled berths. Okay. Lower one is called as the lower, then middle and the upper. Opposite, two sides. Lower, middle, upper, and the side lower and side upper. See, the examiner wants you to know about these things. Otherwise, it is like if you don't have the basic imagination for train, 3-tier, then it is very difficult. Okay, lower, middle and upper, side lower and side upper. During Mamata Banerjee's portfolio holding for railways, she had put one more, side middle also. Side lower and side upper, side middle. It was like suicide. It was like suicide. So after 1 year or 1.5 years, they removed that one. Because it was so congested then. So congested. So basically here what? 3 tiers means like lower, middle and upper. How many persons are traveling here? 7. Each of them has a different profession of engineer, doctor, architect, pharmacist, lawyer, journalist and pathologist. How many? BMTR, KHD. These are the persons' names. B, M, T, R, K, H and D. And they have their own professions. They occupied 2 lower berths, 3 middle berths and 2 upper berths. Done? 2 lower, 3 middle and 2 upper. 7 berths done? Yeah? Don't ask me, sir, where is 3rd middle berth? In train there are hundreds of middle berths. Okay, they can take one of them. It doesn't have to come in the same compartment. Okay? Then, B the engineer is not on the upper berth. So here I'll tell about the berth. and you put one exception here, one exception. Okay, so B will not take the upper berth. Then he has to take either middle berth or lower berth, right? The architect is the only other person who occupies the same type of berth as that of B. See, B is not occupying upper, so he has to either take lower or middle. Architect is the only other person who takes the same berth as that of B. Then which berth should be taken by B and the architect? Architect is the only person other than B who takes the same kind of berth. So it is lower berth because middle berth are 3. Middle berths are 3. Now, B is taking either middle or what? Lower. But architect is the only person who takes the same berth as that of B. Are you getting my point? So B and architect will take what? The same berth or the lower berth. Done. Lower berth. M and H are not on the middle berth. M and H are not on the middle berth. Where they should be? Lower berths are already occupied. Upper berth. M and next. M and H are not on the middle berth, and their professions are pathologist and lawyer respectively. T is the pharmacist. T is a pharmacist. D is neither a journalist nor an architect. So D is neither journalist nor an architect. 3 professions are left now, and he is not a what? Journalist nor an architect. Excuse me. Who has what? His profession has to be doctor. Okay. Nor an architect, but K occupies the same berth as that of a doctor. So K and D have to have a same berth. K and D. So now lower berth is gone. Upper berths are gone. So 3 middle berths are left now. K and D are taking the same kind of berth. So they are middle berth. Yes. Next. You have to read it once again. Be the engineer, not an upper berth. Okay. Architect is the only person who take the lower berth. Along with B. M and H are not on the middle. M and H are not on the middle, so they have to be on upper. And their professions are pathologist and lawyer respectively. T is a pharmacist. Yes. D is neither journalist nor an architect. That is also fine. And now R and K, their professions are left. R is the only person who occupies lower berth along with B, right? Yes, because this person has taken middle berth. This person cannot be an architect. Yes or no? So architect will come here and he occupies lower berth. And one more profession is left. That is journalist. And one more berth is left. That is middle berth. That will be taken by a pharmacist. Done. See, 2 professions were left. The architect will take only lower berth along with B. So K cannot be an architect. So that is why R is an architect. When R is an architect, then K is a journalist. So when these are filled, only one berth is left. That is a middle berth. That is T. T's berth. Okay, done. Yeah. Now check. Who is the architect? R. What is D's profession? Don't feel like D for doctor, okay? Yep. R for architect. No. Don't go with that. Which of the following pairs occupy the lower berth? Actually, it is B and R, but here none of these. Which of the following groups occupy the middle berth? Middle berth? TKD or DKT? Which of the following combinations of person, birth, profession is correct? K upper lawyer? No. D upper doctor? No. M lower journalist? No. R lower architect? Yes. Done? Are you feeling any difficulty here? No, right? Just it is matter of practice. That's it. Okay. Next. A, B, C, D are holding 4 cards each. See, now people are expecting you to know the playing cards also. Playing cards. How many of you know playing cards? It is not a social taboo, okay? I also play cards. Seriously? Seriously? Or you are showing a different face to me? See, gambling is a problem. Gambling is a problem. Gambling is illegal. But you can play cards. You can play cards. Okay? If you don't know, please play cards. Not to waste time, to gain some knowledge. Because in probability, there will be few questions on cards. There is playing cards only. How many cards will be there? Very good. Then you know, right? Then why didn't you raise the hand? If somebody makes a perception of you, I play card, okay? I don't gamble. I play cards. 52. Don't count joker, okay? Joker and 1 printed company card. Don't count that. There will be 2 jokers and 1 printed the company card. So 52 cards will be there. From where the count of the cards start? In the leaf or in a card, there will be 1 number or numerical or an alphabet is printed. From where do we start? Is 1 printed in the card? So it starts with A. This is called an ace. Ace. A. Next number is 2. After 10, it's called as jack. Okay. Then next is queen. Okay. Next is bacha. K. King. Okay. I'm not going to teach you the card games. There are hundreds. Okay. It starts with A and ends with K. These are number cards. These are number cards, A to 10. And these are face cards. Face cards. These are called as face cards because in those cards, the number will not be printed, but that alphabet is printed. And there is a face for these cards. J, Jack, kind of a soldier. Queen, like queen's face. And K, king's face. Okay, that will be there. So these are what? The faced cards. Face cards. And when you take each number, any of them, each number, there are 2 different colors. There are 2 different colors. One is black and one is red. In the black cards, you will get 2 types. This is called as spade. Actually, spit has come from this, okay? Spade. That is how it is. Spade. Then in the black only, what is this? Tree. Very good. It is club. People call it, like clove also. Club, clove, or clover. And it has become our kalavar. Okay. In our general parlance, we tell it as kalavar. So it started with club, clove, clover, now kalavar. Okay, it is club. That is what we have to know. Both of them will be black in color. Then two more cards, red in color. Red heart or badam, yeah, or dil. Next is, we call it as Shankarpale, okay. It is diamond. It is diamond. Vajrayudha, can you imagine? So that will be in this shape, okay. So diamond. So these are 4 suits. These are called as, why I am teaching in this depth? Because in probability we need this concept. Okay, suits. 2 colors, black and red. In black 2, spade and club. In red 2. This is heart and diamond. So totally 4 suits. 13 different numbers and 4 suits. 13 into 4, 52. That is how it is. In each number, you have all the suits. In each suit, you have all the numbers. That's it. Understood? So beyond this, you don't have to learn anything. Okay, andar bar. Okay, teen patti. Okay, you don't have to. Andar bar, it doesn't have any kind of, like logic. It is just pure luck. Andar bahar. Teen patti, it is logic. It is based upon logic, and every card game, it depends upon your risk-taking ability. Risk-taking ability supported by your intelligence. That is why these games will teach you, like your personality traits. So you can improve your personality traits by playing cards, but not putting money. Okay, gambling is crime, but playing cards in your house is not a problem. Okay, but it is not the time to gain this knowledge at the cost of your time. When you are free, when you achieve everything in the sense at least what you have planned for this year or next year, then you play cards or call me. Okay, I'll teach you the card games. Fine. So 52 cards done. 52 cards. Why I'm teaching in detail? Because I need it in probability. So better you know now. Okay, in probability, you will not waste much time on this. Done? No problem. These are faced cards. These are numbers from A to 10. These are suits, spade, club, heart, and diamond. These are black in color. These are red in color. That's it. So here 26 black colors, 26 red colors. Then, yeah, totally if you take the faced cards, 3 into 4, 12 faced cards will be there. Done? No problem? Yeah. Look at this question. A, B, C, D are holding 4 cards each. So here 4 persons are there. They are holding 4 cards each. So totally 16 cards are there. Yes. Each of them has an ace, a king, a queen, and a jack. Each of them have these 4 cards. But what shapes? All of them have all the suits. That is spades, hearts, clubs, and diamonds. So they have all 4. That is king, jack, queen, and ace also. And they have spade, club, diamond, and heart also. Okay. Now they are giving the details. So if you take all those 16 cards, there will be 4 different faces along with ace if you take. So 4 into 4, 16. And in each, for example, in kings, we have all these 4, spade, club, diamond, and heart. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll start with jack, queen, king and ace here. These are the cards that they have. And in that, I'll take spade, I'll take club, I'll take diamond, and I'll take heart and diamond. 4 into 4, 16, right? 4 into 4, 16, right? Totally. Yeah, these are suits. These are what? Numbers or alphabets. Now, A has ace of spades. Ace and spade. Who has it? A. Then, queen of diamonds. A has queen of diamonds. Queen of diamonds. It is possessed by A. B has ace of clubs. Ace of clubs. This is possessed by B. And king of diamonds. King of diamonds. C has queen of clubs. C has queen of clubs and king of spades. King of spades. D has jack of clubs. Jack of clubs. Who? Now this is like Sudoku. How many of you know Sudoku? At least this you should know. Sudoku. Because this has been a practice since last 15-20 years in our newspapers. Every newspaper has it. Sudoku. Yes? So what does that mean? We have 9 cross 9. What? 9 cross 9 square. So each row will contain the numbers from 1 to 9. Each column will contain the numbers 1 to 9. And each what? The square, smaller square, 3 cross 3 square will again have 1 to 9 numbers. So according to that we fill. Look here, in this column 3 are filled. B, C, D. So what should come here? A should come here, yes or no? Yes, no. Now here A, B, C. What should come here? Now see, here AB is there, here AB is there. In this line or in this column, C and D has to come. If I put D here, this will be wrong because 2 D's will come here. This is C, so this is D. A, B, D is here. We put C. Now, in this case, I can put A and B here, but A is already filled here. So here I can't put A, I can put B. So here A. So in BCA, D is left. In ADC, B is left. See, this is basic, okay? We are not filling 9 cross 9 Sudoku. We are filling only 4 cross 4 Sudoku here. Okay, fine? Yeah? Now, this is filled. We can go to the questions. Ace of diamonds is with. Ace of diamonds is with D. Jack of hearts, A. Queen of spades, D. C has which of the following with him? C. Here, 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 here. Ace of hearts, C has ace of hearts, S. Jack of spades, no. Jack of spades is with B. King of hearts is with D. Queen of spades is with D. Okay. Now, D has which of the following with him? Ace of hearts? No, it is with C. Then Queen of hearts, it is with B. King of hearts, it is with D, S. Is it tough after you know the basics of cards? Fine, no? Yeah? It will be even more fun when we will be seeing probability. Okay, done? Next. In a test, Ranadhir obtained more marks than total marks obtained by Kunal and Debu. See, Ranadhir has obtained more marks than Kunal and Debu. Correct? Is it correct or not? Ranadhir marks are more than the total marks obtained by Kunal and Debu. Correct? The total marks obtained by Kunal and Shankar are more than those of Ranadhir. Okay? Neha obtained more marks than Ranadhir. Sonal obtained more marks than Shankar. So far, we were taking S for Shankar. Now I'll take SO for Sonal. Neha obtained more marks than Ranadhir. So can I put Neha here? More marks than Ranadhir? Yes. Who amongst them obtained highest marks? One thing is sure, from this one, if you take R has obtained more marks than the total marks of K and D. R is more than K, sure. R is also more than D, sure. Now they have given N is more than R. Among NRKD, N is the highest. I accept. Among NRKD, N is the highest, correct? Yeah. Now, two more persons are there, Sonal and Shankar. Now, from this equation, K plus S is equal to more than R. Listen carefully. K plus S is more than R. Can I conclude K is more than R? Can I conclude K is more than R? Can I conclude S is more than R? In that case, we cannot establish any relation between K, S and R. Already I know R is more than K. R is more than K. We are adding S to K to get a bigger number. So, we cannot create relation between this Shankar and R. Yes or no? We cannot create a relation between Shankar and this Kunal also. Yes or no? But we know Sonal is more than Shankar. But you look at only these two, okay? Think of Ranadhir. And here Kunal is there. When Kunal is supported by what? Debu. When Kunal is supported by Debu, then also they cannot cross Ranadhir. Yes. But if Kunal is supported by Shankar, then they can. So, can I have a relation between S and D? Support of D for Kunal is not enough to cross Ranadhir. But support of S is helping Kunal to cross Ranadhir. So in that case, can I write S is greater than D? In this case, N is the highest. I cannot say whether D is the lowest or K is the lowest. Yes, both of them are less than R. I agree. But between K and D, I don't know. But between S and D, yes. What? S is more than D. So I have to put here. Among these, N is undisputed like winner. But in this, R is less than D. Sorry, R is more than D. R is more than K. S is also more than D, but by how much we don't know. In all this, I can say only one thing, that is N is the winner. N is the winner. But look at this. Sonal obtained more marks than Shankar. Sonal has obtained more marks than Shankar. I can put like this. But can you restrict Sonal only here? Sonal can score more than Neha also, no? Sonal can score more than Neha. Among NRKD, Neha is the highest. When Shankar comes, Shankar is better than what? D. But he can be better than Neha also. Who knows? Yes or no? Then Sonal is better than Shankar. So Sonal can be better than Neha also. So what they are asking? Who amongst them obtained highest marks? Ranadhir not, Neha yes, but Sonal and Shankar are spoiling her party. Sonal, don't know. Sonal is better than Shankar. Shankar is better than Debu. But with respect to Neha, we don't know. With respect to Neha, we don't know. Then fine. NRKD, among NRKD, N is the winner. Among Sonal, Shankar and Debu, Sonal is the winner. But we don't have the comparison between Sonal and Neha. Yes or no? So in that case, what will happen? Data is inadequate. Done? Are you okay with this or not? Next. Six students, A, B, C, D, E, F, appeared in several tests. Either C or F scores the highest. So these are the conditions. Either C or F will be the highest. Whenever F scores the highest, B scores the least. How many persons are there? 6, no? So 4 more persons here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And whenever, C is, whenever C scores the highest, E is the least. And whenever F scores the highest, B is the least. In all tests, they got different marks. Okay. D scores higher than A. So D is better than A. But they are close competitors. That means what? D and A relation we know. D is better than A. They are close competitors, means in between them, nobody else would come. In between them, nobody else would come. So if D comes here, A would come here. If D comes here, A would come here. If D comes here, A would come here. But they are close competitors. A scores higher than B. A scores higher than B, but not immediate. D and A are immediate. C scores higher than A. C also scores higher than A, means D and A are immediate competitors. So C should be better than D also. So in that case, C is better than D, D is better than A, and A is better than B. This is what we have. Now, if I start from here, C, D, A, B, so B is here. So C, D, A will come here. One of them, 3 of 4 places are occupied by C, D, A because B is here. If this is the order. If this is the order, then CDAB will come here. Definitely in this case, like DAB will be occupying these places. CDAB. Now let us check the questions. If F stands second, this is gone, no? If F stands seconds, DAB will take these places? Yes or no? DAB will take these places. Now, if F stands second, then position of B is 5th or 4th. F is second, D here, A here, B here. So what will be the position of B? 5th. If B scores the least, then this is the case. Then rank of C would be CDA should be coming here. CDA or CDA. So C's place will be this or this. Yes or no? Other person with respect to what? E, we don't know here. In this case, we don't know about E. These 3 people will take these 4 places. 3 of these 4 places. So if C comes here, D and A will take some of these places here. If C comes here, D and A will take these places. So C's position can be second or third. There is not a certain because E's position we don't know. If E is ranked third, in this case not possible. So if E is ranked third, then we don't have any other choice than putting C, D, A here. Yes or no? When we know about E, then other 3 can be accommodated like this. If A's position is third, then C, D, A will come here. This is the order. F, C, E, D, A, B. E gets more marks than C? No. C gets more marks than E? Yes. A is ranked 4th? No, 5th. D is ranked 5th? No, 4th. Okay, done? See, whenever they give these ifs, whatever the data they give after this if, that should be checked conditionally. That's it. You should not take that as a fact. If F stands second in the ranking, this is just for this question. For the third question, you should not take this information that F is in the second position. That is only if. For that question, only if. That is not the fact. That is just a condition for that question. Okay? Read the following statements, S1 and S2, and answer the items that follow. Twice the weight of Sohan, twice the weight of Sohan, 2S, is less than the weight of Mohan or even the weight of. So what do you conclude here? Who is the least? Who is having the least weight here? Even the twice of the Sohan is less than Mohan and Rohan. So S is the least. Among Mohan and Rohan, who is the highest? Don't know. Very good. Twice the weight of Rohan is greater than the weight of Mohan or anyways we know Sohan is the least. Sohan is the least. Here they are telling 2 times the weight of Rohan is more than Mohan. Who is having more weight here? Rohan or Mohan? Okay. I'll give an example. Rohan is 10 kgs and Mohan is 11 kgs. Rohan is 10 kg and Mohan is 11 kg. What it will be? 20. More than 11. Correct, no? Who is highest here? Mohan. In this case, when R is 10 and M is 11, Mohan is highest. Correct? I'll give another example. R is 11 and M is 10. Then also it holds good, right? R is 11 and M is 10. 2 11s are 22. 22 is more than 10, yes? So can you tell me, among M and R, who is the highest? I gave you two examples. Once I gave more weight for Mohan. Once I gave more weight for Rohan. In both the conditions, this was correct. That means we cannot ascertain the weight of Rohan and Mohan here. Yes or no? Here you can easily say, even 2 times the weight of Sohan is less than Mohan, that means Sohan is lesser. Even the 2 times weight of Sohan is less than Rohan, yes, S is the least. But when we say 2 times the weight of Rohan is greater than Mohan, then we cannot establish any relation between Rohan and Mohan directly. Can you imagine the situation? I gave you 2 examples. 10 for Rohan and 11 for Mohan. I changed 11 for Rohan and 10 for Mohan. In those cases, what happened? What happened? This equation 2R is greater than M held good, right? Yeah. Similarly, between R and S, anyways you have established S is lesser than R. S is lesser than R, no? So here 2 times the R is more than S, correct? Anyways R is more than S. Make any number of times of R, you will get more than S. So in this case, what we have is S is smaller than M and S is smaller than R. That's it. We don't know the relation between M and R. How many of you are okay with this? See, the more confusing thing was this equation. Here you said S is smaller than both M and R. Here you are saying R is more than both M and S. That is wrong. Try to visualize or try to deal with it practically. R cannot be the winner. R cannot be the winner. 2 times of R is the winner. R alone is not the winner. 2 times R is winner. That can be anything. Sometimes it might cross M and S. Yes? Okay, but not all the times. Not all the times. Okay? So here we have only 2 relations established. S is smaller than M and S is smaller than R. Let us check. Which of the following statement is correct? Weight of Mohan is the greatest? No. Weight of Sohan is the greatest? No. Weight of Rohan is greatest? No. So, whose weight is greater cannot be determined. Smaller weight you can determine. Least weight you can determine. Which of the following statements is correct? Weight of Mohan is least. Weight of Sohan is least. Sohan is undisputed lightest person. Yes. Then Rohan is least. No. This also we can determine the person who is having the lowest weight. Sohan. Only that thing is known. Lowest weight is known. That is Sohan. Done. Next. Oh. C is younger than D. C is having lesser age than that of D, but older than A and B. So C is greater than A, C is greater than B. So can I write out of this one, out of this C is smaller than D, can I write D is greater than C? So it gives me D is greater than C and it is greater than A. Similarly, D is greater than C, it is greater than B. But between A and B, I don't know the relation. Between A and B, I don't know the relation. Now, after you read the statement 1 alone, you have to go to the question. You should not get corrupted by statement 2. Statement 1 alone, C is younger than D but older than A and B. Here I can conclude who among A, B, C, D is the youngest. This is the youngest, okay? Youngest. Who among the A, B, C, D is the youngest? D is older compared to C. C is older compared to A. D is older compared to C. C is older compared to B. They are asking the youngest. Can we conclude with only S1? Only the eldest we can determine, but youngest we cannot. Now go to S2 alone. D is the oldest, nothing else. D is the oldest. Consider that statement. Can we answer who is the youngest? No. S1 and S2 together. Already we have determined that D is the oldest. So what is the fun in going with statement 2? So statement 1 and statement 2 together will address our problem of determining who is the youngest? No. Even S1 and S2 together cannot. So S1 and S2 together are not sufficient to answer our question. Now S3. A is older than B. Then who is the youngest? B is the youngest, but that option we don't have at all. So here what was required? What was required? This and this would have given us the answer. If instead of S2, if I had printed S3 here, then that would have been enough. Then if I printed S2 and S3 together, no, we don't know about C. If I had given only S3, then that is also not sufficient. So S1 and S3 together would have helped us to know the youngest person. Yes? Yes or no? Yeah. I think it must be printed somewhere else. See? So in my problem, it might not have been. So I'll come to 22nd later. Okay. Okay. 24th. Check only statement 1. Each of A and D. Each of A and D is heavier than B. E, F. That means A is greater than B. E and F. Similarly, D is heavier than B, E, and F. Among A and D, who is the highest? A and D is heavier than each of B, E, and F, but none of them is the heaviest. When they say none of them, they are talking about whom? A and D. A and D. So A and D, so among A and D, none of them is the heaviest. Anyways, they are heavier than B, E, and F also. So among A, D, B, E, F, who is the heaviest? Among A, D, B, E, F, who is the heaviest? But they have given A and D are not the heaviest. A and D are not heaviest. B and E and F cannot be the heaviest. Look at the question. Who is the heaviest among A, B, C, D, and E? Among A, B, C, D, E, who is the heaviest? One of them has to be heaviest. But in the given question, they have given A and D are not the heaviest. Similarly, B and E cannot be the heaviest. Will this statement address our question? A and D are not heaviest. Consequently, B and E are also not heaviest. So among A, B, C, D, E, who is the heaviest? Among these 5 persons, who is the heaviest? Sure. Have they given the details of C to us? But among A, D, B, E, F, none of them is the highest. Have they given 6 persons only? If they had given 6 persons, C is the 6th person. Then we would have said, like, there can be 7th person also. There can be 8th person also. But here they are asking, among A, B, C, D and E, what to do? That option is anyways there. Let us hold this one, okay? Let us hold this one. S2. A is heavier than D, but lighter than C. Who is the heaviest among A, B, C, D, and E? Look at only S2, okay? Why you are getting your mind corrupted with S1? Can S2 alone address our problem? A is heavier, but lighter than C. We don't know anything about other 3 persons, B, other 2 persons, B and D. So anyways, this is gone. This we have just kept it on hold. Now, S1 and S2 together, just check. A is heavier than D, but lighter than C. So here we can say C is the winner. So anyways, this is the right answer. Anyways, this is the right answer. This is also gone. When C is correct, this will not prevail. Now, only question is, S1 alone would have been sufficient for us. Among A, B, C, D, E, among A, B, C, D, E, who is the heaviest? A is not, D is not. Consequently, D is not and E is not. Sorry, B is not, E is not. In that case, can we say C is the highest? The safest answer is C. Think over it, okay? Think over it. Can we tell C as the heaviest only depending upon statement 1? Can we say C is the heaviest? Among A, B, C, D, E, C is the heaviest. Can we say? If they had asked the question, who is the lightest among A, B, C, D, E? Who is the lightest? Then also we would have gone for C, no? Yes or no? Anyways, A and D are better than B and D. Among B and D, we cannot decide. If they had given C, then among A, B, C, D, E, we would have gone for what? C as the lightest. Chances were there. So let us hold on this. For now, like we'll mark C as the answer. We'll hold it. Okay. You also think upon it. I'll also think upon it. And we'll come to the conclusion. Yes. But as of now, C is the answer for me. Okay. Pen is smaller than pencil. Pencil is smaller than book. Book is greater than cap. Then which of the following is always true? Pen is lesser than pencil. Pencil is lesser than book. But book is greater than cap, so I'll bring cap this side and write cap is smaller than. Pen is greater than cap? No. Pen is less than book? Yes. Pencil is equivalent to cap? Can't say. Though they are less than book, we cannot say this. Pencil is greater than cap? We cannot tell that also. We cannot establish any fruitful relation between pencil and cap, or even between pen and cap. Okay, so between pen and book we can establish. So pen is lesser than book. That's it. Yeah. Anita, Mahima, Rajan, Lata and Deepthi are 5 cousins. Anita is twice as old as Mahima. So can I write Anita is equal to 2m? Yes. Rajan is half of Mahima. Anita is half the age of Deepthi. And Rajan is twice the age of Lata. Now see here, most of the weights, or like most of the ages, are expressed in terms of what? Expressed in terms of Mahima. So can we take reference as Mahima? So Anita is 2 times of Mahima, Rajan is half of Mahima, Anita is half of D, but can I write this as D by 2 is equal to 2m? Because A is equal to 2m, no? So this is D is equal to 4m. Again I have expressed in terms of Mahima. R is equal to 2L. Can I write this as m by 2? R is equal to 2m, because of R is equal to m by 2, I'll write 2L is equal to m by 2. Here, L will become what? M by 4. L will become m by 4. So now all the ages are expressed in terms of m. 2m, m by 2, D is equal to 4m, and L is equal to m by 4. Okay, either you arrange in decreasing order or increasing order. So first I'll take D is equal to 4m, no? D is equal to 4m. Then I'll take A is equal to 2m. Then what? R is equal to m by 2. We have missed one more person here. R is equal to m by 2, then L is equal to m by 4. Who is one more person? Only 4 persons are there. We have seen 1, 2, 3, 4. Who is the 5th person? Mahima herself. So we will put Mahima here in between. So m is equal to m, no? If you discount her, then what is the use? So that is kind of what? Sacrifice, no? You are expressing everything in terms of m and you are leaving m. Then R is equal to m by 2. Then, L is equal to m by 4. So this is in decreasing order of their ages. D, A, M, R, L. Now who is the youngest? Who is the youngest? Lata, no? Who is the eldest? Deepthi. Which of the following pairs of person are the same of same age? None of them are from same age. They have different ages. Anita is younger than only Deepti, right? Anita is younger than only Deepti. Because she is the second eldest, Anita. If Mahima is 16 years old, what is the age of Lata? 16 by 4, that is fine. A, B, C, D, E, F are 6 students in a class. B and C are shorter than F. Short means they are talking about height. But heavier than A. When we talk of heavy and light, what we are talking of? Weight. So they are comparing the height and weight of different persons, that is 6 students. Here F is heavier than, B and C are shorter than F. B is shorter than F and C is also shorter than F. But heavier than A. Who? B and C are heavier than A. B and C are heavier than A. D is heavier than B. Be careful, okay, while filling. Heavier than B and taller than C. D is. So can I directly write? No, I cannot write. D is taller than C. E is shorter than D. E is shorter than D, but taller than F. So when I write here like this, so I can write C here. And D is greater than C. So D will be smaller than C. Then B and F. B is smaller than F. So here I can say B is smaller than F. Then F is heavier than D. F is heavier than D. A is shorter than E. A is shorter than E. A is shorter than E, but taller than F. A is taller than F. See, A and E I had taken like this. That is, A is shorter than E, but taller than F. So A is taller than F. That means F is smaller than A. That is why I have taken like this. Then that's all. This is what we have. I'll read once again. B and C are shorter than F. B is shorter than F. C is shorter than F. Heavier than A. B is greater than A. That is, B is heavier than A. C is heavier than A. E is shorter than D. E is shorter than D, but taller than F. Then F is heavier than D. F is heavier than D, correct? And A is shorter than E. A is shorter than E, but taller than F. This is how I have taken this and this. So here I can actually include this A. So it will become what? C F D. Okay, so this is done. But if you take this one, B will come here. So this is gone. This is gone. C is smaller than D. Already this is done. Then D is greater than C. So C is smaller than D. Done. B is smaller than F. Done. C is smaller than F. So this is what we have at the end for height. Okay. Coming to weight. Already B is greater than A. So I can put like this. So C is greater than A. That's all we have. Any other thing we have? See, only B and C heavier than A. So these are two. D is heavier than B. This is one. F is heavier than D. This is one. So this is all we have. Let us look at the question. Who among them is the tallest? See, all these are smaller signs. So D is the tallest actually. Yes or no? And do we have all the 6 persons here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And B is the 6th one. So all are present here. Among them, D is the tallest. Who is third from the top when they are arranged in descending order of heights? 1, 2, 3. E. But fourth one is F. Fifth and sixth are disputed. Among C and B, we don't know which is the what? The what? Shortest one. So here, when they are arranged in descending order, A is the third from the top. Which of the following groups of friends is shorter than A? Shorter than A. F is shorter, C is shorter, B is shorter. So F, B, C only. Correct? Yes or no? Hungry? Hungry? Yes. Who among them is the lightest? Lightest in weight. F is greater, D is greater, B is greater than A. Anyways, among F, D, B, C, A is the what? Lightest. But what about E? Do we have the expression for E here? We don't have an expression for E. So, can we conclude here? Who among them is the lightest? Have we missed anything with respect to E? With respect to E, we don't know anything with respect to weight, no? E is expressed only here, that too they have given E is shorter. But with respect to weight of E, we don't know anything. So who among them is the lightest? Among them. So anyways, A is the least, B and C are next to them. E, where to put, we don't know. Where to put, we don't know. So here, actually, data is insufficient or we cannot determine. So take this one, and data insufficient to write. Or have I made any mistake here? Who among them is the lightest? Lightest. A is the lightest, correct. But with respect to E, we don't know the fact. Yes? Or do you have any way out? No, right? Correct? Yeah. Next one. Same question only. Which of the following statements are true for F as regards height and weight? F comes here. This is the third smallest. Third shortest. And when it comes, so far, this is the highest in weight, but we don't know about E. So let us see. He is lighter than E. We don't know. Lighter than E. E's fact we don't know. He is heavier than B. Yes. And taller than E. No. F is smaller than E. Next. He is heavier than B, correct? Shorter than D. Yes. Shorter than D. Yes. So, heavier than B, shorter than. Done. Now we are hitting the sequential puzzles. Some events are conducted in order. 4 tests, physics, chemistry, mathematics and biology are to be conducted on 4 consecutive days. Not necessarily in the same order. The physics test is held before the test which is conducted after biology. Physics test is held before. So physics test is held before another subject which is conducted after biology. This is conducted before this, but this test is conducted after biology. So how the order should be? Or the physics test is held before the test which is conducted after biology. So for now, let us have both the options here. Then, chemistry is conducted exactly after 2 tests are held. Anyways, this test is later. Okay. So, chemistry has to be conducted exactly after 2 tests. So, P, B, C and another test is maths. Or B, P, C and another test is maths. So, this has to be the order. Yes or no? Now, which is the last test held? So you can take it as general knowledge now. The worst priority is given to maths. Okay, don't take like that. But in all our cases, maths is left or it is the last one. So here the confusion is to create between this physics, biology and chemistry. But maths is undisputedly last. Maths is undisputedly last. So here you don't have to worry. Just you have to mark maths as the last. Okay. Next. A sales representative plans to visit each of 6 companies, M and P QRS, exactly once during the course of 1 day. Exactly during course of 1 day. She is setting up her schedule for the day according to the following conditions. She must visit M before N and R. So she has to visit before, she has to visit M before N and also should yes, she must visit N before Q. Yes. The third company she visits must be P. Totally 6 companies. And third must be P. Now tell me, among M, N, Q, R, who is given the priority? M, right? So after M, at least 3 companies should be scheduled. So where should I put M now? This place is occupied. And after M, I have to accommodate 3 companies, correct? N, Q and R. So which are the places left for N, Q, R? No matter what comes here, N first or Q first or R, like, let us worry later. NQR will come here. So what is the position of M? Either this or this, correct? Now, if M is here, if M is here, P is here, NQR. Among NQR, who is the first? Here, among NQR, who should be given the priority? N or R? We don't know. We don't know. Here, anything with respect to N or Q will come. But Q will come after N only. So, if Q is the last, if N comes here and R will come here. If N comes here and R comes here, Q will come here. If N comes here, Q can come here and R can come here. Yes or no? Yeah. Other possibilities? Anyways, Q will be after N only. Anyways, Q will be after N only. Q cannot come first here. These are the possibilities when M is here and P is here. These are the possibilities. If M comes first, P will be anyways third. Then any of NQR can be filled in these places. Any of NQR can be filled in these places. In all these things, what we have left? M and P, Q, R, S. S is left. So when M is in the second place, S will come here. Correct? So one thing is for sure, if M is second, S will be the first and P will be the third. Correct? If M is first, then again we have to work out for these permutations combinations. S can come anywhere here. NQR can come anywhere here. So it depends. Okay. So only two possibilities for M, that is second place or first place. Yes. If second place is occupied by M, then the remaining three positions have to be occupied by N, Q, R, or. Then S will be the undisputed first. If M comes first, you don't know where would S go. Okay, let us check the questions. Which of the following must be true of the sales representative schedule? She visits M before Q. Yes. Anyway, she has to visit N before Q, right? She visits N before R. That is not sure. N first or R first? You don't know. So first one is right. She visits P before M. No. P after M. Anyways, P after M. She visits P before S. She visits P before S. No. In this case, P is after S. But in this case, S can be after P. So be before, but it is not true in all the cases. So first one is right. If the sales representative visits S first, then which company must she visit second? The sales representative could visit any of the following companies immediately after P. Which all can be visited after P? R and Q. Except M is anyways second or first. That's it. It will not come after P. Even sometimes S also can come. But after P, M will never come. So exception is what here? Exception is M. If the sales representative visits Q immediately before R, Q before R, she has to finish N because N is before Q. Then what they are asking, she must visit Q at what place? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So fifth place. Because anyways, she has to visit after N. Q can be either last or last but one. Q can be either last or last, but one in these cases, when S comes, you don't know. Sometimes Q can come here also. Okay. Last question, if the sales representative visits Q immediately before R, okay, I have told you Q either will take these two places when S is here. When S is not here, then anyways, this has to be taken by either N or R. At that point of time, Q can be here or here or here, but they are telling visits Q immediately before R. So Q is before R and immediately after S. In that case, so S, Q, R will come here and N would come here. So in that case, she must visit Q in the fifth place only. Okay, fine. Try to make a diagram for this. 40. That is missing. 41st question missing. Okay. Give me a bit. Okay, my question numbers have changed then. Okay. In your paper, look at this. Which of the following, 41st question, which of the following could be the order in which sales representative visits the 6 companies? First one is MSP. See, anyways, rule out where M is out of its place. M can only be at the first place or second place. It cannot occupy any other place. So in that case, so for first 41st, answer is A. But here you have to just look into the questions, okay? So here numbers have changed. Okay, for the next puzzle, try to make some table. Seven specialist doctors, PQRSTUV, visit a polyclinic on 4 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, in a week. So how many? 7 doctors, 4 days. At least one doctor, but not more than 2 doctors, visit the polyclinic. What does that mean? At least 1 or 2, not more than 2. So 4 days. If 2 of them visit every day, then 8 doctors have to come. If only 1 of them visit every day, then 4 of them have to be accommodated. But here 7. That means what? 2 doctors will come on 3 days. On 3 days, 2 doctors will come, and 1 day, only 1 doctor will come. So that is the understanding here. 7 days and 4 doctors. 7 doctors and 4 days. On 3 days, 2 doctors will come. On 1 day, a single doctor will come. That is the understanding. Okay. Each of them is a specialist of their own fields like ENT, ortho, neuro, ophthalmo, radio and onco. S visits on Friday. Okay. So let us make the chart like this. So here, start with Tuesday. Start with Tuesday. Next is Wednesday. Next is Friday. Then Saturday. Okay. S visits on Friday. So S visits on Friday with radiologist. S is not a radiologist. 2 doctors will come on that day. 2 doctors will come on that day. So S is not a radiologist, but one more person coming along with him is a radiologist. Is that fine? Yeah. Pediatrician does not visit on Saturday. So make a list for exceptions also. So pediatrician will not come on Saturday. And this pediatrician does not visit on Saturday, nor with T and V. So he has a very peculiar problem. He cannot club with T and V, and also he cannot visit on Saturday. Then oncologist U visits alone on Tuesday. Very good. Oncologist who? U. So he is an oncologist. He visits alone on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, nobody else would come. Q visits on Wednesday. Q visits on Wednesday. And he is not a pediatrician. So Q is not pediatrician. See, pediatrician cannot come along with T and V. Okay. And pediatrician cannot come on Saturday. See, pediatrician is not allowed on Saturday. Tuesday is also occupied. And pediatrician will not come along with T and V. And Q is not a pediatrician. If Q is not a pediatrician, then T and V can come here. Yes, T and V can come here if Q is not a pediatrician. If Q was a pediatrician, T and V wouldn't have come here. Correct? If S is a pediatrician, then T and V cannot come here. So let us hold on. So Q visits on Wednesday and he is not a pediatrician. Okay. So Q is not a pediatrician. Then R visits on Wednesday. R visits on Wednesday. See here, Q is not a pediatrician and he is visiting with R. Okay, we don't know. He is not a pediatrician. But here, the places are left for other doctors. V is not a radiologist. So V is not a radiologist. So we cannot put V here. Where should we put V? V cannot come here. Already these places are occupied. We will come here. So if V comes here, pediatrician will not come here. No? If V comes here, pediatrician will not come here. Anyways, he will not come on Saturday. And he can be a pediatrician. He can be a pediatrician or not? No. Because they have given that he is not a pediatrician. He can be a pediatrician? Yes. He can be a pediatrician? Yes. Chances are there. Okay. V is not a radiologist. Okay. V is not a radiologist. Radiologist is already here, no? So this is not required. Pediatrician visits with ENT. So on one day, pediatrician and ENT will both visit. So that day, those 2 slots should not be mentioned with any specialization. Here already specializations are there. Here pediatrician will not come. So pediatrician and ENT will come together. And Q is not a pediatrician. So R is correct. R is a pediatrician. Yes or no? He cannot come on Saturday. He is coming along with ENT. So on one day, the slot should be open for both ENT and pediatrician. So these are filled already. So here Q is ENT. Neurologist visits on Friday. We don't know where. We'll see. Neurologist visits on Friday. So radiologist is already there. So here, neurologist. P is neither orthopedic nor radiologist. P will not come here. So where is the place for P? Correct? P is neither orthopedic nor radiologist. So anyways, he is not a radiologist. So only place left is this one. Okay? So he is not ortho also. So who is ortho? V is ortho. Then what profession is left for P? Ophthalma. Then who is left? Among PQRST, UV, who is left? T is a radiologist. Yes, done. Now answer the questions. What is the profession of S? Neurologist. None of these. What is the specialty of P? Ophthalmology. On which of the following days do the specialists in orthopedic and ophthalmology visit? Ortho and ophthalma, Saturday. On which day of the week does T visit? T visits on Friday. Who among them visits polyclinic along with P? V. A 5-storied building with floors 1 to 5. They have not marked ground, first, second, third, fourth. 1 to 5. 4-storied building. Sorry, 5-storied building. One to 5. Consider the following statements. Again, here we are going for only 2, only 3. So check only 2 first. What we have to do, these floors are painted using 4 different colors. So 4 different colors have to be on the floors of this building. And only one color is used to paint a floor. For one paint. Okay, fine. 4 colors have to be on this building, okay? Because they are telling painted using 4 different colors. 4 different colors are there on this one. Consider the following statements. So tell me, if you want to, color this building with no 2 adjacent floors are painted with the same color. What is the minimum number of colors that you will use to paint this building? No 2 adjacent, that is, what is the question? To ensure that any 2 consecutive floors have different colors. No consecutive floor should be colored with the same color. So minimum number of colors you want. Okay, I'll give with the least option 1. Can you paint the whole building of 5 floors with having the condition that no 2 consecutive floors should be colored with same color? With 1, it is not possible. What about 2 colors? With 2 colors, can you? Alternative, Q color, no? Okay, I'll give black and white. First floor black, second floor white, third floor black, fourth floor white, fifth floor. So we require 2 here, but they have provided us 4. So what to do now? Look at the second statement alone, because they are telling only statement 2 is sufficient or not. The second and fourth floors are painted in different colors. Second and fourth floors are painted in different colors. Okay. Let's say here I'll go with blue. Here I'll go with orange. Okay. Other 2 colors have to be used, no? Other 2 colors have to be used because 4 colors have to be there on the building. With 2 colors, can we have the condition met? Let's say 2 colors are left. Let's say red. I'll put red here. Then I'll put green here. 4 colors are done. 4 colors are done. And here you put either green or black or red. So I'll put red. So can we get to ensure that any 2 consecutive floors have different colors? They are telling second and fourth floors are painted in different colors. With that condition, can we meet the condition? Only statement 2 is sufficient? Okay, wait. Only 3 is sufficient. Let us see. First and fifth floors are painted red. First one red, last one red. How many paints are left now? 3 paints. So can we paint? Yes, even statement 3 is sufficient. Yes or no? Only statement 3 is also sufficient to meet the condition. Yes or no? First and last floors are painted with red. 3 floors are left. 3 colors are left. Paint with different colors. Okay. Statement 1 is not sufficient. Let us check the statement 1. Middle 3 floors are painted in different colors. Middle 3 different colors. We are left with 1 color. Can we paint the first and last with that same color? Then also this one is left. So statement 1 is not sufficient. So this whole is wrong, no? Statement 1 would have been sufficient for us. But statement 1 along with second statement is sufficient? No. So statement 1 alone was sufficient for us. Yes or no? Yeah? Then statement 3 is not sufficient. Is it? Statement 3 is also sufficient. But statement 3 along so what to do now? Only statement 2 is sufficient. Check once again. The second and fourth floor are painted in different colors. Correct. Now we have 2 colors and 3 floors. Can we color? Okay. Statement 2 is sufficient. Statement 3. First and fifth floors are painted red. How many colors are left? 3. All those 3 have to be used? Yes. So even that is also fine. Statement 3 is also sufficient. Statement 1 is not sufficient. No, statement 1 is also sufficient. Middle 3 floors painted in different colors. Only 1 color is left. Top floor and bottom floor. So that is also done. Statement 3 is not sufficient. No, that is sufficient. No. All these 3, this one are sufficient. But let us read this one correctly. 5-storied building with floors 1 to 5 is painted using 4 different colors and only 1 color is used to paint a floor. Okay, consider the following statement. I am not finding any problem because all these 3 statements individually are sufficient to address the problem. Okay, so let me check. Okay, so about the option. So I'll check whether the options are correct or not. Okay, I'll check once again. Done? Because all these 3 statements individually are sufficient to answer the question. Yes or no? I'll see the options. Last one. Very beautiful question. Very beautiful question. This is like my favorite question since, among all papers of last 11 years. 11 years? Yeah, 11 years. This is my favorite question. That is why I have kept it at last. Lakshmi, her brother, her daughter, and her son are badminton players. A game of doubles is about to begin. This is net. Here one person will be there. Here one person. Here one person. Here one person. No? They can stand like one behind another also, but generally this is the position. Yep. Lakshmi's brother is directly across the net from her daughter. Lakshmi's brother is directly across the net of her daughter. Okay. Her son is diagonally across the net from the worst player's sibling. Relax. Her son is diagonally across the net from the worst player's sibling. One chance is what? The son is here. One chance is son is here. He is across, diagonally across the net. He is worst player's sibling. This person is worst player's sibling. Lakshmi's brother is worst player's sibling. Who is the worst player? In this case, L is the worst player. Another chance. Son is here. Lakshmi's son is here and is across. He is across the net, and this person is worst player's sibling. So, in this case, son is worst. Either Lakshmi or son is the worst here. Okay. Now, the best player and the worst player are on the same side of the net. Lakshmi is the worst. Lakshmi is the worst. And they are telling, when this is the thing, daughter and son are on same side, then Lakshmi has to come here. Lakshmi has to come here. And already we have told that Lakshmi is the worst. And who is the best? When Lakshmi is worst, brother is the best. When Lakshmi is worst, brother is the best. Okay. Other chance. When S was here. When S was here, who was the worst? S himself was the worst. Then who is the best? Brother. In this case also, brother is the best. In both the cases, who is the best player? Brother. So, who is the best player? Undisputedly, that is Lakshmi's brother. I have, become fan of this question when I saw this for the first time. Seriously, very, 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 very top class question this is. And most of them have left the question. Because they have to ascertain two things here. Across the net, you fix two persons. First, Lakshmi's brother across Lakshmi's daughter. Then you have only two places. When you fix a place for son, you will get one worst player, that is Lakshmi. You fix another place for son, you will get the worst player as the son. But in both the cases, when Lakshmi is along side of her brother is the best. When Lakshmi's son is alongside of the brother, then also brother is the best. So here the best player is the brother. Okay, done. So I have covered maximum types of problems in this one, in puzzles, and you can get hundreds of puzzles across. When you solve those questions, make sure that you are dealing with the easier questions first, then moderate level questions. Then, if it is going overhead, then don't try for our CSAT. Like 66 are enough. But if you are coming across any interesting question, then please send it to me. Okay, because I have time, and for me, target is not 66. Okay, you can give me n number of questions and you can bring it to me also. Fine. Okay, now the seating arrangements and the puzzles are done.